guys, if you clicked on this video, you're probably doing research to start potty training your child, or you ran into some issues and you're looking for tips and tricks. Today, I'm going to be letting you know if the 3-day potty training method actually works, some tips to help you out, along with some answers to your questions. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, my name is Tiffany. I do have a 2.5-year-old little girl along with a baby boy on the way due in May. This is a crazy time for me, but it was right after the holidays and I decided that my little girl was ready to start potty training and I definitely wanted to do that before the next baby came. I did my research and the 3-day potty training method seemed to be the most popular, so it was what we went with as far as training her went. So I made sure I took one weekend right after the holidays. We started December 28th and I basically just locked herself in the house and went for it. I did vlog the entire experience, so if you guys want to see that, I'll go ahead and link it in the cards above so you can click on that video either now and come back to this one or watch it after this video. Okay, so I do want to jump into the questions that you asked. Some of them were coming up frequently, so I just kind of picked 3 to 4 to really answer that I think will really help out other moms and dads as well. So question number 1 is, when is the best time to start potty training? There is no age limit when it comes to potty training. I truly believe it depends on your child. There's signs your child will show that they are ready. I'm actually going to link some articles down below that really do, there's like a ton of signs your child can show to show that they're ready. So I will link those in the description box below if you guys want to read some of those. And they also give other tips as well from professional standpoints and moms who have done it themselves. All right, the second question was, how did you know your daughter was ready? When it came to Aria, she definitely was interested in the bathroom. We honestly got this when she was 18 months old, just because she walked around like crazy. She would follow me into the restroom, which is totally normal as a mom. You never get to pee by yourself. And she would, either flush the toilet or she just kind of had a fascination with it. So I wanted to introduce this to her. I thought we were gonna do like early potty training, but as soon as I got this, she was kind of over it, so we just left it alone at that. Another reason why I started potty training her is because she would let us know when her diaper was wet. Also have dry diapers when she woke up in the morning and then through nap time, which is another sign of bladder control, so it shows that your child is one step closer to being potty trained. Does she still have accidents? Yes, so we started that on the 28th is when we did it, so it's been about a week. She is able to, during nap time, sleep in her underwear. At night we keep her in a diaper. We just have a couple diapers left over, or a pull-up. When we go out to the store, I'll put her in a pull-up. She normally has a dry diaper when we come home from the store though, so I don't have to worry about that. But her problem is just timing. So she starts to go and then she tries to hold it and let me know she has to use the restroom, but as soon as it starts, she doesn't have that bladder control that we do. She can't really hold it, so she kind of just relieves herself, but the point is she's at least telling me, and it's just a matter of us getting to the restroom faster. Someone said, my child's been potty training for over a week. When should we stop and regroup, or should we continue on? That is completely up to you and your signs, and it depends on how your child is doing. So like I said, it's been a week for us and Aria still has accidents, but I don't want to stop and try again in a month. That's also recommended in some of those blogs and websites that I looked up. But the thing is, she's telling me when she has to go. She has dry diapers. She has, dry underwear when she takes her nap. So it's just aligning and it's a timing thing. I don't think that is enough for me to say, okay, we'll restart it again. If your child is super resistant to it, they have no signs of it, it's a struggle when you try to put them on, the toilet or anything like that, and it's just a fight and both of you guys are frustrated, I would definitely say go ahead and take a step back, try again in 2 to 4 weeks, and then see if it goes a little bit better that time. But again, it's totally up to you, and it's just the extreme of your child and how they're reacting. Another question was, I heard it takes 2 to 3 days and you basically have to take your child to the bathroom every 30 minutes. Is that what you did? Yes and no. So day 1 and 2, I was following the 3-day potty training method to a T. So it was every 15 minutes. Day 1, that just became very rigorous, and that's one of the reasons why they say take 2 to 3 days and do it in a day where you have nothing to do. So if you're a working parent, try a weekend. If you have an extended weekend, it might take 4 days. If you're a stay-at-home mom, just kind of plan your errands and things like that so that you can have a block of 2 to 3 days where you can just stay home. Like I said, day one, we were going every 15 minutes. She would fight me and it was kind of a headache. Day two, we still try to do the every 15-minute things, but it just became a very big power struggle. She was not wanting to sit on the toilet. She did not have to go every 15 minutes. She honestly goes every 2 to 3 hours. So on day three, I really did extend it and I pushed it to every hour we were trying to go, and that seemed to help a lot better. So I would say start with the 15 minutes. If your child doesn't seem to go, you know, or they just went, you can go ahead and push it to 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Just kind of play it by ear type of thing. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and dig into some of the tips that I found that worked for us that may help you. So my child is very strong-willed. She is super independent and she does what she wants most of the time. We have structure in the house, and so when I mess up her schedule, it is like a war zone for the first couple of days when we start a new schedule. So one of the things that I did is I had activities that were special to potty time. We read a special book, so P is for potty. We also started doing bubbles. So she had a small thing of bubbles. She was able to play with the bubbles if she sat down on the toilet, and that was the thing. So if she went to that activity and she wanted to do it, she knew she had to sit down and at least try to go to the restroom, and it just kept her on the toilet a little bit longer as well since she was so distracted with playing. So definitely set something up to where your child is excited to sit down and they're able to sit down a little bit longer. This might sound like a very tedious job, but keep a notebook or on your phone, just take notes and track activities. If they woke up with a dry diaper, what time they woke up, when they had their accidents, if it was number one, if it was number two, you're gonna start to see a pattern and a trend, and so you can kind of narrow down when your child has to use the restroom. This way you can 5 to 10 minutes before, go ahead and put them on the toilet and see if they have to go. Which brings me to my next tip. Timers are key. So set timers. So for the first 2 days when we're going every 15 minutes, I definitely set a timer. So this way she knew every time that timer went off, we would go and sit down. And then, like I said, if she wanted to get up before, you know, she actually went to the restroom, I would just set another timer so she would actually have to sit there and try a little bit longer. All right, and this tip actually came from another mama. She is potty training at the same time I was, so we were kind of like each other's rocks during this entire experience, and she just told me to celebrate every little victory. If they tried to go to the bathroom, even if it was an accident, and they let you know, celebrate that. Just let them know it was a good job. You don't necessarily have to give them a prize or anything like that, but celebrate that victory. If you went to the store and they had no accidents and they came home and they had a dry diaper or whatever the case was, just celebrate that their underwear are dry or their diapers are dry and things like that. All right, and another thing you want to do is definitely stay calm if accidents happen. It is so easy when your child starts to pee on the floor to like pick them up and throw them onto the toilet really quick, but it just leaves a trail. I would, if you can bring the toilet to them, that's fine, depending on when they've gone. If they start to walk to the toilet, then you can help guide them to the toilet. Sit them down, let them know, just sit here while mommy cleans up real quick, clean up the mess, and then go back to them. So just stay as calm as possible and let them know they're not in trouble. It's gonna happen. All right, guys, so after all of that, does the 3-day potty training method actually work? In my opinion, it is a great place to start. It's not going to work perfectly for every parent or child just because every child is different. So if you have a child who's able to do it in the 1 to 3 days, awesome. If you have a child who needs to take a little bit longer, that's okay too. I think the 3-day potty training method is great for fitting into a routine and just getting your child used to going to the restroom. But as a mom myself who used it, I definitely just kind of took the 3 days, took notes of what our problems was and things like that, and I modified it and I adjusted it for my child. Another thing to note is even though age does not define when a child is ready, age definitely does play a factor in the ability to potty train faster. An older child will be able to potty train a little bit faster than a younger child just because of comprehension and things like that. All right, guys, but that is the answers to the questions that you guys have asked me. Those are kind of my updates on where we're at, along with how I feel about the 3-day potty training method. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any tips or tricks of your own, definitely leave those in the comments below so other moms who watch this video can learn from everybody. Everyone has different tricks every trick works differently for every child. So just remember, you're not doing a bad job if your child doesn't get it right away, and just to keep going, and good luck. As always guys, I love you, and I will see you in my next video.